Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Um, I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Krull. It is a movie that I haven't seen in over 20 years. And it was done in 1983. It was directed by Peter Yates, produced by Ron Silverman, and written by Stanford Sherman. The cast is Ken Marshall as Colwyn, the hero, Liza Anthony as Lissa, the hero's love interest and heroine, so to speak. This movie is a pure trope of love conquers all, and the hero has to rescue the damsel in distress. It's one of those movies. And I gotta say that, objectively, while this movie is heavily flawed, subjectively I enjoyed it thoroughly. Now, let me give you a brief plot synopsis. In a fantasy adventure set in a world peopled by creatures and of myth and magic, a prince embarks on a quest to find the magical glaive and then rescue his young bride. Colwyn, played by Ken Marshall, is the leader of a mythical sword and sorcery group in pursuit of the Beast. How original. That has kidnapped his fiancée, Lissa, played by Liza Anthony. Now, this movie basically starts out kind of uniting kingdoms against a common threat, because the threat comes from outer space. And the planet is called Krull. You'd think that the weapon in this movie, the five-starred glaive, is called Krull, or the Krull, but it's not. It's the planet that's called Krull. So that kind of also hurts it a little bit. Objectively, I would give this movie a 4 out of 10. So 2 out of 5. The acting, the choreography, oh my gosh, it's just horrendous. The special effects are just horrendous. This movie came out after Return of the Jedi, by the way, I believe. Now, subjectively, though, I actually like this movie. I think that this movie does deserve high marks as a cult classic. If you can look past the flaws, I mean, this movie was done heavily with blue screen and whatnot, but it's still, this is just one of those swashbuckling adventures that is very well done. And there's a cute little prophecy in this movie. A woman or a queen with an ancient name will choose her husband, and they shall rule the planet, and their son shall rule the galaxy. Now, they don't have the son in this movie, but I would laugh my ass off if the kid happened to be named Sheev, like Palpatine, because, well, Sheev Palpatine ruled the galaxy. But anyway, yeah, this movie, the acting, there's some very good acting in this movie, but in other areas, the fighting, the choreography, and whatnot, it does fall short. There are so many mistakes in this movie. It's just not well done. I mean, in one scene, a freaking torch goes out, and yet in the next cut of the scene, the torch is right back on. So yeah, it there's a lot of problems with this movie, but it's still fun to watch. I still enjoyed watching it. Like I said, objectively it sucks. Subjectively, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a movie that I thoroughly enjoy as a cult classic. Moviegoer, I will give it a fair moviegoer review. This is not for everyone. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. You also have actors like Liam Neeson and Robbie Coltrane in this movie. Robbie Coltrane, for those of you who don't know, played Hagrid in the Harry Potter movies, and he played Valentine in the Pierce Brosnan 007 movies. Liam Neeson, well, Taken, Qui-Gon Jinn, he was in Star Wars, so everybody knows Liam Neeson. But anyway, this movie I do enjoy to watch. I do actually recommend that some people who like older movies check it out. The score of this movie was actually very well done. Plus the prosthetic work for the Cyclops character, Krull, is actually very well done too. The villain is actually a very smart villain, the Beast. Whenever he gets a whiff of a threat, he dispatches forces immediately to combat and kill the threat that is out there. And it is good to see a villain that is that competent. This villain is by no means incompetent. It takes a while to kill this villain. Now, anyway, folks, that is going to be the review. Thank you all for tuning in. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And here's another question for you all. Would you like to see a non-woke remake of this movie if you have already seen it? If you haven't, check it out and then answer that question. But yes, thank you so much for watching, folks. Stay tuned for this Friday. We got the next Versus stream coming up. It's going to be Darth Vader versus Darth Malgus. So the Star Wars panel is back. Hopefully Mara Jade will be able to join, as well as Ryan Kennel. OG Star Wars has confirmed she is going to be there. The Ambassador as well. Me and I think Annihilus as well. But anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.